and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos and also educate you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
Hello, lovelies. I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people are reacting to the fact that Elon Musk's mom actually encouraged poor people to keep on having babies without any form of, plans for these babies. I'm just going to roll the clip because this actually got a lot of people reacting like, oh, you just want us to keep having babies so that you have so many people to keep working for your sons. Guys, please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, let's dive into
evil scientist looking mother got on national TV and told working class people who said that they cannot afford to have children that they need to learn how to afford it because she need them to work for her grandkids. Wake up, y'all. Stop being distracted by racism, sexism, misogyny, bigotry, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, xenophobia. Like, stop being distracted by all of that shit. The real enemy is capitalism. All that matters is if you are rich or if you are poor. And if you are poor, you don't matter. All of those systems were created to promote an illusion to collectives of people so that they believe that they are superior to other people. And while we bicker back and forth, capitalists and wealth hoarders are destroying our world as we know it. And they planning to take us out too. They essentially trying to bring back slavery. They don't care about giving us livable wages so that we can survive. They just want us to work. They raising the rent and paying little so that you will have to work 1, 2, 3 jobs. So 3 corporations get the benefit from your labor and you still struggle. Listen, American capitalism is rooted in slavery. And this is what I mean by these oppressive systems creating an illusion. You know how like non-black people don't feel like the history of slavery affects them or could have some impact on their lives? But American slavery was the first example of labor exploitation. And it quite literally created our economy. The 100% profit that they were receiving from the free labor of slaves is the reason we are a first world country. And you didn't think that should have come back because racism has deluded you into believing that you're superior to black people and you don't have to worry about the things that they have to worry about, or the things that have affected them will never affect you. Now, groceries high, rent high, cars high, you got a family to feed, but you can't find a job with a livable wage. Even people with college degrees. Now you gotta extend your labor to 1, 2, 3 different companies to keep up. You're a slave. And that was always the plan. Y'all truly need to wake up. Like, now we know why there's an abortion ban. They want us to have children so that they could work them and exploit their labor. Y'all wake up. Got on national TV. And
y'all go back and watch the video. Ma'am, they not listening. You got a bunch of people that are hearing you. They hear you. They hear you. But they ain't listening. They see your mouth moving, but they ain't listening. I'm gonna tell you that now. You wasted your breath talking to a whole bunch of fake ass woke people. And you wonder why Elon Musk got the mindset that he has with the robots. Because he got family members and colleagues and friends that talk like his mother. So he made robots. He created robots so we won't have to work. We ain't gotta work. We could have a robot to do that. That's why he started that bullshit, because of his mother, because of his parents. The presidents that we've had, the president that we're finna get, had a mother that told the world not to allow Donald Trump to run for president because he's gonna run this motherfucker in the ground. Now, for the first couple of years he was president, he did a good job. Don't get me wrong about that. Now, what come out of his mouth? Now, that's that slave mentality that's still like back there in the back of his head, trying to make his people look good, make them feel good. You know, you gotta move them over. But ain't nobody really been listening to him, because he also said that the indigenous people that are around in these times now don't look like the indigenous people back in the day before they switched up the world map and all that type of bullshit. They don't give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck about what we talking about. They don't give a fuck. Anything that we could say to them, we could say, the sky finna fall, and nobody believes them. We are Chicken Little, and the rest of the world is the rest of the world that's stupid and don't want to listen. If America was doing what Europe, what people was doing, protesting, and people in Africa getting rid of motherfuckers that don't belong in their country, you would think, and then for us people to have been going through so much and they still trying, we ain't did shit to stop them. I'm gonna say this one more good time. It's more of us than it is of them, political or not. They are the minority. We are the majority, not the other way around. Get it? The minority is the rich. The majority is the poor and the wealthy. Y'all not getting that part. When y'all gonna wake up? I'm telling you now, they not gonna wake up. They not. 4 minutes. They're not gonna listen. You got over thousands of people liking the video, but they not listening. They ain't gonna listen to this. They not listening. They don't give a fuck. They need that money to survive. Ain't no quitting their job. They not gonna do that. They not gonna demand more work, more pay. And then they gonna bring that bullshit about, well, we're gonna have robots taking your jobs. Okay. Okay. How about we just take over the Capitol? Military men, that goes from Army, that goes for Navy, any of the branches. If y'all fight against your own people because you got somebody above you telling you to, if you betray your people for the government who don't give a fuck about us, who don't give a fuck about y'all still fight for them because of the money. If y'all took over the military, politics, if y'all took over, we will not suffer. But if y'all keep going the way y'all going, we're going to always suffer. We about to suffer some hardship. Get prepared to live without lights and gas to drive your cars. It's about to get colder and colder. Y'all seen after Earth? Y'all seen After Earth, right? Okay, so they wasn't lying about the weather part. They wasn't lying about that. They finna poison the earth then they gonna leave. They already had opportunities of people leaving the earth. Y'all actually think that all these rich people are still on this planet? They only come to visit when it's time to be shown in the camera. You ain't never noticed the background when they filming and shit and it look like they be outside. They not outside. That's a living, moving paper wallpaper. So y'all keep on believing that bullshit if y'all want to.
Elon Musk's mother, Maya Musk, came online and told people that they should have kids whether they can afford them or not. And then she went on to say that not everybody needs to go to the movie theaters. Not everybody needs to go out for dinner. A billionaire's mother, who also grew up a millionaire, is telling y'all to not go out to the movies. And the fact that her son has a very high position in Trump's cabinet, it's starting to look like 1700s France in this bitch.
I need you poor people to have babies so that my billionaire son's factories can be filled with workers. And before you ask, no. No, we will not pay you a livable wage. Why do you need a livable wage? What are you trying to do outside of work except for sleep and come back to work? I know I've just said for you guys to have children, but expecting the billion-dollar corporation to provide you with prenatal benefits, pregnancy benefits, and postnatal benefits is unacceptable. What do you mean paid time off? For what? The pregnancy? Have somebody else watch the baby. We need you here 24/7 at work. The money that we provide to you is for you to get a bus card to take the bus to come to work because we're not going to pay you enough for you to afford a car. So you can drive away to a better future? No. No, I think 14 per hour is more than enough for them. What's an apartment? Oh. What do you mean you can't come in because of the baby? Bring the baby with you. It's a factory. Put it somewhere. No, I don't care that your father died. Clock in right now or you're fired. A broken rib. Aren't you a Christian woman? The last time somebody had a broken rib, we had a miracle. Clock in now, please. I don't care if she's been a loyal employee, always showed to work on time, never took a day off. Fire her. I need to save some money for my next yacht. Look at them. Look at them complain about their rights. I mean, they could try to sue, but I know the judge personally, so.
Elon Musk's mom wants financial struggle people to have more children so that way we can have more worker for her son's factory. That's pretty much the same thing. She is saying, Elon Musk's mom saying pretty much we needs to have more children. We needs to pretty much don't go to movies. You have to do this, certain things. You have to sacrifice certain things for all this. Like, the reason why that is so baffling to me, because like in the 70s, yes, you can have children and still afford a 2-bedroom, even 3-bedroom house or 4-bedroom, however, right? But it's very hypocritical of her to say things like of that nature. The fact of the matter, like your son is a billionaire. Like, your world is different from us. You don't see the same thing we do. You don't struggle the same way we do. Like, your son can literally buy you and give you anything at this point that money can afford, right? That is the world you live in. And the fact that matters, like, you raise your child in houses. People can have 2, 3, 4 children. They can still never afford to have a house. Even if they don't have children, they still can afford to have a house. So the Lulu part about you, Elon Musk's mom, is crazy, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, the audacity of you. You're literally telling us, financial struggle people, to have more children so that way they can work for you. That's kind of a slave kind of mentality right there, right? The rich sit up there be like, please have more children so I can get more richer, so you can work for me for penny. That's literally what it is. Sorry for the theatrical. Like, I'm not a good actor, but like that's literally what it is. And that scares me a lot, because it's like, I'm wondering, I'm like, this is the reason why they're trying to get rid of TikTok, because we've been able to build community, be able to talk to each other and be well informed about this thing, how these people act, how they think about us, and how they look down on us. And we've been stronger about it and more informative about it. And this is scaring the government and all the rich. And because I think people have become more classist. Sorry, but that I ain't gonna have a children for you to work for you. Pretty much, that's not what I'm gonna have a child for. I'm gonna have a child so that way they can, in the end, they can have a better future and don't go the same route that I went. Sorry.
Elon Musk's mother went on Fox News and said even if you can't afford to go out to dinner or afford to go to the movies, you should have children anyway, and brought up saving humanity and talked about low birth rates. When we have the wealth hoarding class going on national television trying to convince you to have children, that is for their best interest. They are not in the best interest of the individual, saying children is the greatest gift you could ever give yourself. They don't care about the gift you can give yourself. You are gifting them laborers of the future. My perspective with children, for women specifically, is be prepared to raise children alone, because we know men oftentimes are going to fall short, but also know that you have a community around you, autonomous, mature adults that are able to feed into this said child's life, because they deserve that. We know that life is networking. We know that under capitalism, resources are what push you ahead in life. And if you don't have those resources to give your child, they are going to be set back objectively. So I do not think my perspective in that is extreme. Again, when we have the wealth hoarders encouraging and telling you to just have children for their benefit.
I'd love to have my own apartment. Well, you're just gonna have to live at home or live with a roommate and sacrifice until you can. I really need to see a therapist, but it's so expensive. Why don't you just talk to your friends or meditate? It's free. I really want to go back to school, but I can't afford the tuition. Take out a loan, pay it back, or just shut your mouth. I really want to buy a house someday. Maybe if you drink a little less Starbucks, you can afford it one day. I really just need a vacation. And go into credit card debt just so you have Instagram photos. Do a staycation. I really want to eat healthier, but organic vegetables are just so expensive. Okay, Whole Foods, so you're too good for regular vegetables? Back to therapy, I think I really do need to see someone. I'm kind of struggling. All you need is exercise. Get out there, get some fresh air. I wish I could afford a car. Public transit is so unreliable. Looks like walking will fix mental health and transportation issues. I don't know how I'll ever save enough to retire. Just work a little longer. Retiring isn't for everyone. Gosh, I'd really love to have a dog, but now why would you need a dog when goldfishes are great companions? And I know that kids would be out of the question, because if I can't afford a pet, I can't afford a kid. No, hold up. Now that is worth sacrificing for. You should just go for it. I say go for it. Who needs? No, go for it. You can afford to have a child. Absolutely. Everything will just work out. Make children.
The interview on Fox News with Elon Musk's mother is insane. It's blowing my mind. So a few different things. One, just right off the bat, it's very interesting to me to these people, having kids is like the best, most fascinating thing you can ever do with your life. And there's nothing better, which I find so interesting, because there are so many things in life that are more fulfilling, better for you, better for the planet than having children. Another thing is that she's talking from such an insane point of privilege. She apparently has never been a poor child, or at least she's sunk down the trauma to such an extent that she's not even aware of it. Being a child who's poor, who has to grow up in a negative, horrible environment, is not good for their psyche, not good for who they are as a human being. You're actually doing a disservice and potential abuse to the child by being poor and having a child. So what I mean by that is that this child is not going to grow up in the same way. They're not going to be given and afforded the same luxuries and conveniences that other children will get. They will feel at such a disadvantage, and that will internalize to probably a big degree, depending on the kid. And then also, they're not going to be given the same opportunities. They're more likely to also be in poverty as well, versus if they came from a rich family, which she obviously got into a rich family. So she's speaking from such a point of privilege that she is incredibly unaware of other people's pain that she might cause in exercising her privilege. The other thing I wanted to say was, life gets better and better is what she said when you have a kid. Like, you'll work your way up, life gets better, you'll have more money. Yeah, for you. There are other people in the world who had things worse after they had kids, and continue to have things worse. Whether it be they lose a job when the kid's like in their teenage years or whatever it might be. And that could really hurt someone. It could be a disability, whatever it is. And there's a lot of people, whether it's the parents themselves or the children, that would say, yeah, life was better when I was younger, when I, maybe had better opportunities, or the job market was better, or houses were cheaper, or food was cheaper, or the list goes on and on. Cars were cheaper. There's a lot of things that can actually get worse as you get older. You're not always going to be rolling in money, no matter what. So I think what she said was just incredibly short-sighted and just nonsensical, to be honest.
Black people keep warning you all. Black people keep telling you all, Black people keep telling you guys that this is the plan and this has always been the plan. But there are some group of people that thinks that this plan wouldn't affect us because we are not people of the people like we are not black people. This is not going to affect us. This is not going to affect our children. This is not going to affect our children. But that is where you lie. Like, there's one good thing about, this whole thing that is, going all over the social platform with the FA and FO and all of the findings coming out. The fact is that people that looks like me are no longer the real victims. Like, we are not the, victims, like the just the way at which the thing is that everybody is finding it out. They are really finding it hard, the hardest of the hard. This is what people that looks like me have been trying to say, but a lot of people chose not to listen. This has actually been the plan. It's all about the gap between the poor and the rich, and the way at which the rich will keep using the poor to their own selfish benefits. This has always been the plan. Capitalism, like that is it, using these poor people to keep our standard. Like we just keep using them. We don't care what they go through. We don't actually care about their well-being. We just keep on using them, even if they keep on ranting. They're only going to rant, and that is it. This has actually been the plan. This is it, and it's just coming so in an open now that a lot of people are getting so shocked. No, this has always been in place, but you are so blinded not to see it. But the people who has actually been in the system, has experienced it here and there, have been trying to tell you guys that very soon that we are not going to be the ones to keep on coming out to cry out how things are this. You are going to also understand what we are telling you, and this is exactly what is happening. So Elon Musk has, I think she had some interview going on the national television and all of that, and she was like, poor people really need to keep on having kids, even if they don't want to have the kids, or even if they don't have finances to actually take care of these kids. So it is good for you to have finances to take care of your kids, send them to the best school, give them the best of the best life they can actually ask for. But it is okay for a poor person who cannot even afford a living. Personally, like, the person can't afford a living. This person can also go ahead to keep having kids. Like, that means you are creating generational poor. Like, generational, okay, it's actually good for you to create generational wealth, while these other people should continue creating generational laborers, right? Like, they are so good to labor for you. So that is just the way at which slavery works. But this day, I will just give it a name like a modern slavery. Modern, like, where the poor keep on being enslaved in order for the rich to maintain a particular lifestyle. So as a poor person, you keep working for these elite people, and even when you get pregnant, they wouldn't want you to, or maybe they encourage you to get pregnant in order for you to reproduce other people that will continue doing your job in case they are done using your mother or your father or whatsoever. Then you, the children can continue. That is just a generational curse, or generational laborers, or generational slaves, and all of that. This is just the plan. This is why abortion is banned. Even if you have complications and all of that, you have your reasons that you don't need to, they just want you to have those babies so that when they grow up, they become a tool, just the way at which you are a tool. A lot of people get themselves involved with 2 jobs, 3 jobs in order to keep it up, and yet you are still not making it in life. You are still struggling. You are still, reaching out for help. You are still trying your best, But these people have only 1 job, and they get all of these slaves to do all of the work they were supposed to do and pay you peanuts, so that you will just keep on begging and pleading for survivor. And they banned abortion, even if you have complications, they just want you to keep on reproducing in order to continue with their agenda or propaganda or whatsoever they feel that is right that they are doing. Seriously, I heard that TikTok is going to be banned very soon. This is also the reason they are trying to do this, especially in the US, because they see the way at which that platform is liberating so many people. I have seen so many success people on that platform. They don't like it. They don't want you to be liberated. They just want you to keep on begging. They want you to be at their mercy. They want you to keep on asking them. They want you to keep on, oh my gosh, shivering anytime you see them. They don't want you to be at the same level as them. That is why the small social platform that people are making ends meet with, TikTok, they want it gone, so that you will be so inclined with your 9-to-5 job, and they don't like the way at which people are making it from that platform. I keep telling a friend when she was like, I don't know why these people want. I was like, they knew exactly what they are doing. That plays a lot of, stories, events. Will I call it any name that this national TV does not even tell us, keep on popping out there. You find so many truth. There I was able to educate myself about history concerning people that looks like me. I have learned a lot from that platform, but they want it gone because they are so scared of so many things people are finding out. That is where a lot of people found out about, the one in Russia. The vote that Putin decided to open, and they decided to tell us that, oh, the man you actually call Jesus is not a pan-colored person. That's the way at which they make us to believe. TikTok is one of the reasons why a lot of people are aware of it now, but they want it gone. This is it. This has actually been it. This is a modern day slavery that does not even warrant only people that looks like me. It will affect everybody, especially POCs. This is it. This has actually been it. This is actually the plan all along. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for education and informative purposes, so please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Now, watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, share this video, leave a thought in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.